Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. We're continuing with OP10 and this time we've got Usopp. Usopp is likely the strongest of the OP10 leaders. He's been popping off over in Japan and the rest of the East for what it's worth. He's a crazy guy, right? Blue-black, you remember Sakazuki? And these cards are no joke. These Dressrosa cards are really good. And we're going to go over the entire list first. But we'll start off with Usopp. Dressrosa, Straw Hat Crew, two great types. Blue-black. The best combination in the game. Nothing funky, 4 life, 5k. Your cost 2 and greater Dressrosa type characters get +1 cost. So this is not the craziest effect, of course. It interacts very importantly with your Rebecca. However, this is just like a really nice buff against especially black decks. Even things like yellow decks that KO based on life or cost. For example, Gadatsu, right? You're at 4 life. Gadatsu does not hit your Franky. Gadatsu does not hit your Zoro. Really nice. It really gives you just extra protection against those black matchups, where typically you might be a little bit weaker because they have better removal than you. But having that extra 1 cost just makes it awkward. He also has opponent's turn once per turn, and this is the main effect. This effect may be activated when one of your Dressrosa type characters are removed from the field by an effect or a KO'd. So like if a fella heads out, and it's Dressrosa of course, you draw a card. If you have 5 or less in your hand, you draw 1 card. Great stuff, really good, gives you so much longevity, and makes it like really awkward, because those turns where you do like 5-5, a lot of the time your opponent's going to want to get rid of that searcher, just to stop you attacking with it 3-4 turns down the line. But they can't, because if they do that, then you draw a card. So it's kind of weird, it is really weird. But this effect is just crackers. The best combo with it, I think, by far, is this Franky. We'll go over him first, because I think he's a really core card in the deck. 4-5, Dressrosa Straw Hat, blocker, on KO, play one of your cost 3 or less Dressrosa characters from the trash. So how this works, your opponent attacks, whatever, you block with Franky, you let him die, then your Usopp can activate his effect first, so you get a draw, and then you can decide what to play out with Franky. And we've got some great targets. We've got the One-Legged Soldier, -3 cost, great, activate main, 2k, you can't go wrong. We've got the Rebecca Searcher, this is a brand new clone, really good, you can summon him, just get a card. A better summon, if your stage is not rested, is Leo. Leo is a new 1 cost 2k, 1k counter, Dressrosa type, and on play you may rest one of your leader or stage. If your leader is Usopp, look at the top 5, reveal 2 cards other than Leo that are Dressrosa, add them to your hand, bottom the rest, and then trash 1 from your hand. This is crazy for assembling your combos. If you see this Leo in your opening hand, you're cooking. You're absolutely cooking. If you can play this, grab some of your cards for the combos we're going to go over in a minute, and it gets you extra search for the Corridor Coliseum. We'll go over that again in a minute, but we'll continue talking about Franky. What else can he summon? He can summon chump blockers. Excuse me. That's an interesting noise. And we've got 2 of them. We've got Ideo, he's a 2-2 1k blocker, Dressrosa, and Bartolomeo, who's a 3-3 2k blocker. Obviously this one is simply better if you're summoning it with Franky, but Ideo from hand is just great, right? You play this out on 2, or even on 3, you can block with him, draw a card, and you've negated your opponent's hit at the cost of 0 cards. So one thing I think to realise quite quickly with Usopp is on those early turns, where you do like a swing of 7 or 8 on sort of 2-3 Don, you've got floating Don, play out one of these, just block with it anytime, just pretty much immediately, get the draw, it's acted as 1k or 2k or infinite k counter, and for no cards, it's really good. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling about that. That's the Franky. The rest of the cards, with the biggest combo is this Rebecca, right? 7 cost, 4k, 1k counter, Dressrosa. On play, if there is a cost 8 or greater character in play, which with Usopp's leader effect, Rebecca fulfills herself, draw a card, then reveal 2 cost 7 or lower Dressrosa characters other than Rebecca. You play one of them active, and then if the other has a cost of 4 or less, play it rested. So basically, you play a 7 or less upright, and you play a 4 or less tapped. The big target for this is Kairos, right? He's a 7-9 on play, bounce a 5 to its opponent's hand. This is just marvellous, right? Bouncing a 5 is really critical hit point against a lot of decks. It's purple Luffy, you hit their blockers, their queens, their kids, and their Zoro Juros. Sangoros. Against like a Lucci deck, you bounce Rebecca, you bounce Sabo. Great stuff. Against Shanks, you bounce Usopp, you bounce Lucky Roo. He doesn't get any value. It's wonderful. And then you've got this 7-9 beat stick with Corridor Coliseum, has rush against characters. So basically this Kairos on his own is going to remove 2 things most of the time. And then with your 4 cost, you can play out Zoro, for example. Dressrosa Supernova Straw Hat. On play, rest one of your Dressrosa type leaders or stages. So you're basically resting your stage, because you don't want to rest your leader, because then you can't attack. And if you do, you can kill a 4 or less, which a 4 cost that kills a 4 or less with 6,000 power is ridiculous. I'm sorry, that's insane value. Then you mill 2, which is extra value for your Franky, and for this card that we'll get to much later. What else can we play for 4? We can play Cavendish, he's another 4/6, no counter. Dressrosa, beautiful pirates for what it's worth. When attacking once per turn, draw 2, trash 1. So if you've got this stage in play on, I don't know, 4/5, play this down, rush into something tapped, draw 2, trash 1, filter out one of your bricks, maybe you got too many Cavendish. It's a wonderful card, just gets you more draws, and what these multicolour leaders need is draws, right? Of course. We've also got Sabo, he is a 4/5 2k Dressrosa Rev Army. One of your characters other than Sabo with an original cost of 7 or less, which is important because these become 8, and so does he, would be removed from the board by your opponent's effect. You may instead bounce Sabo to your hand. So if you play like Rebecca, Kairos, Sabo, and they go to remove your Kairos with some kind of effect, you can just pick up the Sabo instead, and you've got the 2k back in your hand. Brilliant. Good card. It's just a 2k, and this isn't the craziest card, but it is worth playing. It's definitely worth playing. What else we got? We got the 7 cost 7k Monkey D. Luffy, Dressrosa Straw Hat. This character can attack active characters, activate main, you can return 7 from trash to the bottom of your deck. You reactivate him, then in your next refresh phase, he doesn't get set as active. Only playing 2, it's not the craziest card, but when it's good, believe me, it's good. Attacking twice is crazy, especially in combination with the Corridor Coliseum. You can just remove so much of your opponent's board. You can, of course, summon this off of Rebecca, and it becomes an 8 cost. It's just a good card, right? It's just a good card. And I think 2 is the perfect number because he is a brick, so it can be a little awkward, but when he's good, he's just good. 3 of the Rebecca Searcher because we don't have room for 4. Talked about these. 2 of the Red Rock is actually really nice, and a really nice combo you can do on 10 is play Red Rock, and then to get rid of anything, of course, and then play Franky to have a blocker and get to draw a card and summon a fella. This combo won me a really good game against Kid. He kept trying to come back, but he just couldn't get there. And this combo, I bottom decked a 10 cost Ace, and then played out a Franky, blocked his swing with it, drew a card, resummoned, I forget what I resummoned, either a Barto or a Leo. It's bananas, it's truly bananas. One of the Gum Gum King Kong gun, Dressrosa 3 cost, choose one Dressrosa character, give it plus 6,000 power, then if your trash has 15 or more against double attack. Not the most impactful card, our trash does get pretty full pretty fast, but this is just a really nice closer, and it has a really good trigger as well. And then of course, 4 of the Corridor Coliseum, giving your characters rush against characters really is necessary for this. This is generally the mulligan target for this deck. Leo's pretty good too, don't get me wrong. If you got Leo, I'd probably keep. But if you got Corridor Coliseum and a decent hand, you're looking hot. You're looking hot. So what do we think of Usopp? I think this leader is bananas. And I will give full credit for this list to Marco. Not the One Piece character, but a fella who goes by that nickname. He won the Asia Finals with this deck list, exactly. And I thought this was a better place to start than anything I could come up with. So we've got a nice few games here today. Let me know what you think, and let's get into the games. Useless Captain Mid, what a time to be alive. Let's go first, so we can play Rebecca on curve. I mean, you can't ask for a lot better than that, right? You can't ask for a lot better than that. We'll deploy this and end the turn. We've got the stage, we've got the Rebecca, we've got the Kairos. We've even got this Zoro for fun. I'm probably going to play out this Barto just as a fella. So we'll do 5 and 5, see if he gets any stinky triggers. No stinky triggers. We'll deploy the Barto and end the turn. 5 and 5. Do I want to just sack off the Barto? Honestly, I do. We'll just draw a card. Really powerful stuff. He does get the Hawkins, unfortunately. A little bit of a shame. I hate this guy, but what can you do? What can you do? So, here I think we just have to bite the bullet and say that the Hawkins is going to eat our ass. In which case, we'll go with this, kill this, rest this, kill this. Yep, he can trash our life. Very epic. And that'd have been a nice card to have as well, actually, into Kid. The King Kong gun. But what can you do? All 2/6 he's going to take, of course, so his life is now face down again. Next turn, he's got the... you can do the vanilla thing, right? You can do the thing with the vanillas. I'm going to take this purely because we don't have a 4 cost. The best thing we have is the soldier. Kind of sucks. Am I? I don't want to take this. No, I'm not going to take this. I'm going to give him the stinky soldier. Fine. No, I'm not another one of these. No, this one's fine. We can get rid of the Kairos, and we didn't even play out this Sabo, which is actually pretty good. So let's deploy this fella. Cavendish is even better, so let's deploy the Kairos and the Cavendish. Kairos, get rid of that Hawkins, and then we'll attack in with all our fellas. Really nice. We've got a 5 and we've got a 6. Gives us the Hawkins. I do think the Hawkins time likely gone. But, yep, 6 into 5, pretty good there, and that's a pass. So if he takes out any of our dudes, we get to draw a card. Excellent. Ditches our Leo, unfortunately, and he does go into life, so I think we'll give him the... This hits an 8. We are on 9 as well. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to give him the Sabo. Yeah, I'm going to give him the Sabo. I want to stay high on life. I say high, it's 2 life. It's not very high. These Shirahoshis are very annoying as well. That's actually pretty good. But I think we use that next turn after he plays the Ace. The fact we don't have any counter if we do this is quite frustrating. But I think it's the best play nonetheless, right? Yeah, I think it's the best play nonetheless. Because if he plays this again, we just don't care. Yeah, okay. We're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. Trash this, get -3. Then deploy this, get rid of that. Then attack him for 5, attack him for 6, attack him for 6, attack him for 9. Wonderful. We're going to get a lot of cards out of him. We get a Gadatsu. I think this card's crap in Kid, not going to lie. Next, we're going to go with Cavendish, because we get the draw and the cycle. I do like the Red Rock. I also like the Franky. I think we ditch the Barto. Because I like the Franky and I like the Red Rock. And if he plays Ace, then this is only swinging 5 anyway, right? So it doesn't matter if this is a 1 or a 2, if we really want to counter. New 6 on 5. We counter that one, seems smart. And then we'll attack with the Kairos that can. We'll probably block this one, seems sensible. And then we'll end the turn. But I do think we're in a strong spot. He probably attacks with this first, right? And we definitely let that go, of course. Use the card action. We get a Rebecca. Why not? I think I will deploy the Rebecca, or counter with the Rebecca, excuse me. We're in a good... Like, this 10 is perfect. 6 to get rid of this. 4 to play out this. You couldn't ask for better. You literally couldn't ask for better. We're going to go 5 on 5. Good stuff. 5 on 5, very simple. Get a Shirahoshi, we knew we had one of those. Then we're going to go with 6, then we're going to go with 9, then we're going to go with 9. Red Rock the Ace, play out Franky. We're in a really strong position here. He's going to be at 1 and lose his last Shirahoshi most likely. No stinky trigger, which is always good. I'll do that. 9 on 5. See if he wants to take or block. Does do the block. Good stuff. We'll get rid of that. And we'll play out the Franky blocker. Really wonderful. I don't see a way for us to lose this. Especially at 2 life. We've had pretty much the perfect draws. I can't lie. But, you know, it is what it is, right? We're going to block with the Franky. Resolve that there. Usopp effect first. Use the card action. Draw a card. We get another Franky. I think we're just going to summon back a blocker, right? Yeah, we'll just summon a Barto blocker. Don't really need the Leo. Barto blocker is just a... You never know. If we fail lethal, Yeah, I mean, sure, that's fine. If you want to do that, that's all good. Saves me a 1,000 counter. Okie dokie. Well, let's start. So we don't need to go for game, right? We can safely play board. We can get rid of this. We're going to start with a nice little 5. Nice little 5. Because he has to counter all these early swings, right? We'll go with another 5 with the Rebecca. Then we'll go 7 with Zoro. If he counters out of this, we've got very easy clear on the ace, and we can just drop another Franky. He doesn't counter out of this, we win the game. Cool, he trashes a kid, very nice. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is guaranteed. Sorry, I just had to think there. 12 on 10, get rid of that, very nice. We'll go 9 on 5. Trigger. No trigger. We'll go with the Rebecca because we can. Just going to grab a 2k here, I think. Yeah, just grab a 2k. Then we'll go with the Franky over the Rebecca. End the turn. Really good. Again, no way for us to lose. We've eaten through another card in his hat. Sorry, another ace. We got him down to 1 again. And we ate, what, like 1, 2, 3, 4 cards there? So we're going to be able to go for lethal this turn. Almost certainly. Almost certainly. I'm very impressed with Usopp. Having played against Usopp, he often felt quite flimsy. But playing as Usopp, these blockers are amazing. This Franky is such a good card. And he concedes, yeah. It's valid. There is nothing he can do there. Like, look at this. X-Ray doesn't even hit the Franky. Because he's a 5 cost, which is cracked. And yeah, he's got the Satori at the end. Literally, who cares? Really impressed with Usopp, actually. I'm glad I picked up my Luffy alt arts, I'll say that for free. If you're still enjoying this video, please consider subscribing for more OP10 content coming soon. Usopp versus Law. I'm going to go first. Leo's pretty good. Let's keep this hand. This looks pretty solid to me. Got the Leo, hopefully we'll be able to find the stage before you know it. And we also have the Rebecca, which is pretty good. Drop the Leo, rest this. No stage, that's a little bit of a shame. And we can't get Leo. I will grab the Rebecca though, and I think I'll grab the Franky. Return the rest of those. And then next turn I think we're going to want this Rebecca. Turn after that we might want Cavendish, we might also want Zoro. I think I'll ditch the Ideo. Or the Soldier. Let's ditch the Soldier. End the turn. So next turn we're going to continue our everlasting search for the stage. I do really think the stage is very important in these matchups. He's got the Bonnie. Will he tap the Bonnie? Let's find out. Let's find out. Looks like he does. And finds a Blocker Law. Very nice. Let's take out the Bonnie. Well, we'll go with the Rebecca first, right? So we know how many Dom we need. Go with the Rebecca. Still no sight of the stage. I'll grab this, though. You never know. We'll probably just play out the Ideo. So we'll attack 2 into 1. Get rid of the Bonnie. Do 5 and 5, and then we'll play out the Ideo. That can act as a chump blocker. Get us a nice bit of a draw here. Which is pretty good. We'll do 5 and 5. He might take, might counter. Who's to say? Who's to say? But getting rid of these weenies, he gives us a Law, okay. But getting rid of the weenies in this matchup is very relevant to turn off his leader effect, right? If we can kill like a Luffy with the Zoro, even that's not that bad. It's not that bad. There's a Bonnie, gonna do the leader effect. Sorry, gonna do the effect. Takes 1, puts a Supernova face up. Let's see what she puts there. The Law blocker, okay. Okay. He's not going to attack Leo, is he? No, that's incorrect, because we get a draw now, right? Yeah, no blocker. You can have that, and we'll use the card action. Lovely. We get a Cavendish for free. Insane. And there's a Bonnie Searcher. So we still don't have the stage, which is depressing, because now the Zoro has to rest the Usopp. Which is obviously bad. But I think it's one of them, right? I think it's one of them. Next turn, we're going to be going with, like, Rebecca. We really want to find the Kairos as well. Not finding the stage really sucks, man. It really does suck. Would also mean we just don't have anything to do with this Don. But I think getting rid of this is worth. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's worth it. We'll eat the iron price of resting the leader. Just gonna go with the Zoro here. We'll deploy this, rest this, KO that. Also get the mill. We milled a Rebecca and a Kairos. Man, I want them. Bring them back. I need them. End the turn. We got nothing else for one, sadly. Had double searches. Yeah, no sign. Still no sign of the stage. No sign of the Kairos. But it is what it is. It is what it is. There's a Cavendish coming down. That's not too bad. Not too scary. But it is a good card. If we can get the Kairos, I would love him. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. He's only got one attack this turn, which is going to make it a little bit awkward for us to get a draw with the Idio. Because we're on 6 cards. This is the Bonnie Searcher. Going to grab a Bonnie Blocker. Okay. So we can pick up the Searcher, play down the Law, but the Law can't really do anything. So that's okay. The Law is just an blocker. Then we're going to do 7 into 5. I think we just take this one to try and make our Rebecca combo a little better. So we're going to blocker it, resolve, and we do get the Kairos. So we did make the right call there, I do believe. So the Roronoa Zoro isn't going to be able to KO anything because they're 5s and he only hits a 4. We can do Rebecca Kairos and play out probably the Franky. The Franky seems good. So we'll start with a 5. Yeah, start with a 5. I should have done the Kairos first. We can bounce the Law. But I probably want to bounce the Cavendish anyway to get rid of it, right? Yeah, and he didn't block anyway. Okay, he didn't block anyway. Let's do a 6. See what he does with that. Yeah, I do think I want to get rid of the Cavendish. Because whilst he can play it for 3 effectively, it's just really annoying. And forcing him to play it seems fine. So let's do the Rebecca. We draw the Stadium finally. It's a little late, unfortunately, but it's okay. We can maybe do it next turn. So we're going to do this upright. And we're going to do Franky rested. Over the top of Rebecca. And then we're going to bounce the Cavendish. And then we're going to end the turn. So that was a nice turn. That was a nice turn. We cleared his board. Sent the Cavendish back to hand. There's the Law. What's he going to put in the life? Probably the Cavendish, right? But he needs to have a 1 cost in hand. Either a Beige, a Searcher, and a Poo. What did he... Yeah, he put the Cavendish back. That's fine. We knew that was happening. There's the Bonnie. He can bounce the Bonnie to play the Cavendish. He can then use those 2 Dons from the Cavendish to do something. He can do a thing. Maybe play out the Bonnie and do another search. That would seem reasonable. Not sure where the 6 is going to be going. It could be literally anywhere. Could be in any of these characters. I'll probably just defend whatever it is. Don't have a ton of cards I want to get rid of, but it's okay. I'd love it if he taps this Law, but it doesn't look like he's going to. Do we want to defend this with a 2 and a 1? Because I'm not going to get the draw. I think I do. Nah, we can just let it go. No block. He can have it. He can have it. It's fine. It's fine. I'd love it if he turns this Law sideways. That would be amazing. But he doesn't. Smart decision. Smart decision. So I think we're going to go just with the Cavendish this turn. The Zoro's not really doing anything. The Sabo is only effects. He doesn't really play effects like that. So we'll definitely go with the stage. Of course, we need to get that down. And we'll go with the Cavendish this turn. So we've got a lot of Don to work with. We can go 7. We can go 6 with Rebecca to start. Let's do 6. I don't want to attack for less than 6, lest he rest this. Although I guess if he rests this, it's not the worst, right? Because then we can attack into it. So maybe this should have been a 5, actually. He takes. Has he got a trigger? Looks like he's got a trigger. Doesn't use it, though. Interesting. So we'll go a 7 now. Yeah, we'll go with a nice 7. Putting on a lot of pressure here. Putting on a lot of pressure. Kairos can still attack. Franky can also, in theory, attack for 9. It gives us a 2 and a 1. Let's go with the Kairos swing. See what he does with that. Does he want to go down to 0? You can't imagine he would. Just gives us the blocker. Fine. I think we're just going to go with the Cavendish. We can get some draws going from next turn. And we'll end the turn. Definitely block with the Franky. We can summon... we can even summon Leo and rest the stage, which is really nice. We've got one chump blocker. Don't think we need another one. We can shit out an Idio next turn. I think we're in a really good spot. Do think we're in a good spot. He does get a Freeze Bonnie. The Freeze Bonnie's pretty good. Going to be able to freeze our Kairos. That's kind of annoying. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Not going to... probably is going to go with it, right? Yeah, the Bonnie's on top. Life there. 6 somewhere. 6 into 4. Yep, we'll go no blocker, resolve, use the card action. We get a Sabo. That's fine. I really don't care about the Rebecca. She's not an intimidating character, right? She just isn't. Bonnie's going to freeze our Kairos, which, like I say, is a little bit annoying. But it's not the end of the world. We're going to get a trash draw with the Cavendish. Bounces the Bonnie Searcher. Got 6 into 5. We'll defend. No blockers. We'll just give him a 2k here. I think that's fine. We'll go no blocker, resolve, no trigger. Leo's not bad though. Could try and look for a Kairos. Bonnie. Okay. Does he want to use the effect? I think maybe not. This can't attack. Yeah, just no effect. Okay, we get the King Kong gun. That's basically useless. But that's fine. This is frozen. So we've got 3 attacks. He's got 1 blocker. We could kill the blocker with a Zorro, which is not bad. In fact, I think it's a pretty good play, you know? Yeah, because we can always dump a Idio blocker if we really feel we need it, but we still have the Franky blocker. I don't think we're in much danger. So let's deploy this, rest this, KO that. We mill a stage and a Barto. Nothing crazy. Then we'll go 7 with Cav, I think. Get the 2-1 draw going. Well, he needs to give a 2-1 and we get the draw 2 trash one. Sorry, that was not very specific. We'll ditch the Cavendish here. Definitely don't need all of those. Because this is still a 3+6, right? Still a 3+6. So now we can do 7 with Leader. And if he takes, we attack 11 with Franky. Yeah. So we'll go 7 with Leader. Takes. Cool. We'll go 6 into this, see if we can bait a card out. Just on the off chance, right. And then we'll go with the Franky. With the King Kong gun. He lets it go. And then we go in with the 11 for the finish. That's guaranteed. Yeah, so I didn't need to attack into the Cavendish, but we're styling on him a little bit. Who wants a rematch? Let's go, round 2. Why not? Why not? Yeah, GG's. That was a good game. That was well played. He shows him first. Well, we've got the Colosseum. We've got like nothing else, so I'm going to ship that out. Hand's looking a bit dodgy this time. Hand is looking a bit dodgy. We've got like the God combo with the Kairos and the Zorro with the Rebecca. We've got very little else. I'm going to deploy the soldier and end the turn. I think that's about the best we've got, right? It's not great. Not a great opening. I will say that for free. Next turn, we could play the Zorro. We'll see. We'll see what we think. We will see. It's a Hawkins. He's kind of annoying. Another Bonnie. Okay, I don't love that. Not a huge fan of that. Gets double searches and we can't really answer it, save for attacking with the soldier. Might be the best play. Unfortunately. It might be the best play. And he doesn't... Okay, so it's definitely going to be the best play. Why didn't he attack? I don't know why he didn't attack. That's a strange one. But it's definitely going to be a split with the soldier, right? Because we want to play this stage. Yeah. Let's go 5-on-1. Bit weird attacking with the soldier, but like if he kills it, we at least get a draw, which is fine. What was the second one he got? He got the blocker Bonnie, sure. Go 3 into 1 with the soldier, then we'll just drop the Colosseum. If he takes out the soldier with his this or any effects even, then we at least get a draw, so it's fine. And for next turn, we're on 6. We can do the Zoro, rest the Colosseum, and attack into something even maybe. The world's our oyster, right? The world is our oyster. Really good stuff. This Luffy is also pretty cool. We could go with that. I kind of like it. Yep, resolve, we use the card action, get a Rebecca Searcher. Again, nothing too crazy, but it's a good card. It's a good card. Those are the Hawkins, 1 up. Not sure what for, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't really want to kill this, right? Yeah, I don't really want to kill this, so I'm going to go with the Rebecca Searcher, see what else we can find. I like the Franky. I think I'll just take the Franky, we'll play that out this turn. In which case, we'll go in with a 5, and we'll do the Franky, and we'll do another Rebecca Searcher. Get a bunch of stuff going. I don't want to kill this Hawkins. This guy's annoying. I don't have a life trashed, right? That seems bad. That does seem bad. I don't want to kill him at all, which will probably end up bouncing him with his Kairos. But, I don't know. It's a bit weird. It is a bit weird. He's thinking. So we can dump the Franky, and let's go with the Wrecker first. What do we got in the trash so far? We've got Leo and a lot of soldiers. I kind of want this. I do kind of want this. Cavendish isn't bad, though. I don't think I want the soldier. We've got a 2k. I'm going to grab the King Kong gun. I think it could be good. And we can always ditch it off the... I guess we don't have anything to ditch it off. Maybe it is a 2k. I don't know. I'm going to take the Cav. I'm going to take the Cav. Might be a mistake. We could also dump the Cav, actually. And we get a draw 2 trash one next turn. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't love the Franky this turn, but it would resummon like a soldier to let our Zoro hit something bigger. I think we will go with the Franky, because I do kind of want to resummon the soldier. And we'll end the turn. So what we're going to do here is if he attacks with these, it's all going to depend on what order he does his things, right? But we're going to counter 1 swing with the Sabo. Hopefully this is not a 7. 7 Don. Okay, 1 for that. So he's not going to go with the law at least. That's cool. He does have the law now though. I'm just hoping this is not a 7. I really don't want this to be a 7. So I don't have anything I want to get rid of other than this Sabo. Hiyori. Okay, so he's playing Hiyori. That's interesting. That is interesting. I've not seen this in a lot of lists. And the fact that we don't know what this is actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I bet it's like a Cavendish, right? Interesting stuff. It's a law, sure. Okay, he's in Value City. He truly is. There's a Zoro, so that's got Rush as well. So there's definitely 1 hit smaller than a 5, which is nice. We can counter this one, right? Yep, we can go no blocker, counter, resolve. We want to block this one and resummon a soldier. Also resummon a Leo. We don't need the soldier now, right? Yeah, so we can just summon a Leo. That seems good. Yeah, we'll block with Franky. Resolve. Usopp first. Use the card action. We definitely don't need that. So we'll resummon Leo. Now rest this. Draw Rebecca Ideo. Return the rest. Trash the stage. Pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. I think we're in a pretty decent spot here. Because we can Rebecca Kairos, get rid of the law. Ram the Kairos into the Zoro, maybe? And we could even... 6 on 5. Yeah, we'll take. No trigger. That's our first life, actually. That's crazy. We've got 8 cards. And still 3 life. And there's the Bonnie. We knew that was coming. We knew that was coming for 3. Puts a law there. Sure, not too scared of the law. So we're taking out a lot of this stuff, right? Yeah, this is going to be a really good turn. So we start with Rebecca. Deploy the Kairos and the Zoro over the top of Leo. Zoro, it doesn't really matter which order, right? We'll do Kairos first, mounts the law. Then Zoro, rest this, kill this. Lovely. Then we could do a Leo for 1, but that would require resting our leader, so I don't think we will. We can also attack with the Rebecca, which I kind of like. Yeah, let's attack with the Rebecca. Because I don't care about this being KO'd. We can leave the Kairos upright, that's pretty cool, because then it can't be frozen by Bonnie, right? And that's really important. That is very important. If he counters out of this, it's fine. I will attack with the Kairos into the Zoro to get the clear. But if he doesn't, then we get to keep the Kairos upright. So I think it's worth it. I don't care if the Rebecca dies. She's done her job. She played this and this, got rid of like 2 dudes. It was crazy. It was crazy. Then we'll go 9 into 5. Yep, lets it go. Then we'll go 5 into 5. I am not killing the Hawkins. The Hawkins can stay. I don't care about the Hawkins, man. He's too scary. And he does give us another Hawkins. Cool, and the turn. I think we're in a good spot. I do think we're in a good spot. We've got a lot of counter. We've got a lot of blockers. We've got a Rebecca that can dump a Luffy. And the Luffy can attack actives, which is great. And we do have enough in trash to restand our Luffy, which is cool. So we're in a decent spot here. Gets a beige off the Luffy searcher. Goes with another law. Seems good. What's going on top? Bonnie. Freeze Bonnie. Sure, so you can freeze the Kairos. We knew that was happening. We tried to play around it with a Rebecca attack. But it's fine. I do think it was worth to attack with the Usopp into the leader after. But, like, it's neither here nor there. We're never getting our hand down low enough, are we? I mean, I guess we could. But do I really care about drawing a card? I guess drawing a card's fine. I'll just let it go. We'll just let it go. I'm not that worried. The attack 6 here, I'll defend the Zoro, of course. In fact, I'll defend the life as well, I think. We'll just giving 6 on 6 makes it a little easier for me. We'll just give one of these Ideos. Yeah, I don't need 2 Ideos. I think the Barto is definitely better. And we do get another Rebecca Kairos combo, so that's pretty hot. That is pretty hot. And in fact, we can drop the Cavendish as the second guy, right? Pretty good. This being frozen's a little annoying, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, Rebecca Kairos is going to go hard. We can send him this Bonnie back. Yes, he can play it again. But I think it's still worth. I think it is still worth. Probably will dump an Ideo after that. We can just summon either the Cavendish or the Leo tapped. We could also summon the Luffy and try and attack into the Bonnie. It's not bad. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all, actually. That might be quite good. Might be better than the Kairos, even. So if we're doing that, that's going to cost like most of our dons. So let's start with a 5 at life. See what he does with that. Start with just a simple 5. Simple 5. Why not? Why not? Give us a Luffy. Sure, why not? Next, we'll go with a simple 6, I think. Yeah, let's go with the simple 6. Get another card out of him, hopefully. And we do. Very nice. Do we know any of the cards in his hand? I'll be honest, I've completely lost track. We sent back a Law. I think we sent back maybe the Bonnie as well. But I don't think we know anything else in his hand. Either way, we're going to go with the Rebecca for sure. Deploy this. We draw a Sabo. That's pretty good. We'll deploy the Luffy over the Rebecca. And then the Leo over the other Rebecca, I think. Rest the stage. Grab. Don't think we need any more Kairos. So probably just going to grab some counter. Can't grab Leo, so I'll go Barto and Zoro could be good. We'll go Barto Zoro. Return those. Trash Cav. Then I think we're going to go 8 into Bonnie. Try and get the clear on that. Being able to attack active characters with the stage is so good. It's so good. And we got 15 in here. We know we don't have the thing. I'm going to play the Ideo over the Leo. I'm going to stand this guy up so he can't get frozen. Send back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't really matter, does it? 6, 7. Don't attack with him, and we just end the turn. We've got a blocker. We've got good counter. We've got 6k. It's very reasonable. He's on 2 life. I think we're in a good spot. All he's got is this law. We got rid of the Bonnie. We ate a couple of cards out of his hand as well. We got rid of the Searcher and the Hiyori, which was very nice, because those are the best cards for him to bounce, right? Things like that Luffy Searcher. We've got the Zoro. If he plays a blocker, we can get rid of the blocker very easily. Beige. Little weird. Sure, I get it. Beige, no effect. Just so he can pick it up and summon something. What's he adding? Set 1 law. Sure, why not? He just wants to summon another one. Wow, okay. Double laws. Why not? Why not? These laws are scary. These are 9k laws. They're very scary. I don't love them. Do not love them. His hand size limit does make things a little awkward. 5, we will counter at 5 all day. We'll give him the no blocker. Give him the Barto. Seems reasonable. 9 and 6. This is max 8, right? So I'm just going to block, resolve, use the card action, draw a card. We get a Rebecca. It's nothing crazy, but it is decent. 6 into 6, we'll go with a no on that one. I'll give him this Sabo. Seems good. And then, does he want to do this? He's got 2 more Don for something. Does use the law. Does he bounce? He bounces the Hawkins, plays out a Roronoa Zoro. Okay, and then he's going to go 7 into 6. Well, we have another 2k. So let's do it. Seems good to me. We can even go with another Rebecca. I think we're in a good spot here. I do think we're in a very good spot here. So let's go. We can just play board as well, right? We can just super play board. Let's go 6 with the Wrecker. Yeah, we don't have any blockers to play out anyway. So let's go 6 with the Wrecker. We'll attack into life, I think. Life seems good. Doesn't really matter. This is a brick anyway. So if he takes, it's like no skin off our back. Gives us the beige. We know about that. The other card we know he has is the Hawkins. This is like max 2-1. So we're in a good spot to start taking out these dudes, I think. We have 1 floating Don, which we can either put here or here. Do we even... I guess we shouldn't have done that, maybe? I don't know. Let's go with Rebecca, Kairos, get rid of this law. We can also play Rebecca over the Rebecca, just get a fella going. Well, no, we can Zoro. We can Zoro get rid of the Zoro. Yeah, this is really good actually. I've changed my mind. So let's go 6 at life, because we can always still win, right? We should probably just be thinking about going for game as well. We should just be thinking about going for game. So go 6 into 5. He's going to take. Okay. That's a pretty good sign that we can win the game. Let's go 7. It takes. Okay. Go 9. Block. Let's go attach all the Don and win. GG's. Yeah, so I was definitely making that harder than I needed to at the end. We knew he only had a little bit of counter. I was thinking way too hard in the tank about how to clear these characters, when the answer was fairly simple, lethal. But either way, we got there, and we're still on 3 life. Surprisingly strong. I mean, I guess not surprisingly. This deck is clearly good, but yeah, impressed, to say the least. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of Usopp. I think this guy's going to be a menace, especially once people have even more time to figure him out. OP10 is getting through the meta in Japan, but it's still fairly fresh. There's been a couple weeks with nothing over Christmas, of course, and I think once we get it over in the West, it's going to be even more exciting, because we're going to have a whole bunch more players trying to cook, and we get to start with the Japanese lists that are already really good. I will have a Navy build of this at some point. I just figured we'll go with the Dressrosa first. These are all the new cards, we can show them off. But I am working on a Navy build. Not sure when that will be coming. I've got a lot of stuff I want to make videos on in the coming weeks. But either way, thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.